Hello, this is a quick update just to clarify a few rules and to show you the game in its entirety. So let's just go through what you're going to find in the box. First of all, you're going to pull out these punch boards. This is what they look like. Every character has a different one, and you simply punch out the things in there and they will slide into where they're meant to be. So that's all cool. I've done that already for two players here. We've got Professor Elemental and Professor Argumental. What we're going to do is run through a few rules clarifications, starting with, how we do it. Essentially, your weapons are on a conveyor belt. If we wanted to attack the enemy, we might pull out a good hard slap, put it there, you can attack the enemy, everything else slides over and goes back in. That's how that conveyor belt works. And also, let's say we pulled out this one, it requires 2 batteries. So we reduce battery by 2, slide them over, put it back. That is how we spin the cogs as well. So we can just do it nice and carefully so you know exactly which way they're going to land on. Same with the trouser malfunction cog, that's how you spin. I've seen a few people spinning like this and it does work. If you wanted to do that, you're more than welcome to. But back to the game, we have the giant deck of timeline cards. We have the other professors, each with their individual skills, their starting health, their starting battery, and how many items they can hold. We've got the comic book that came through with the game. We've got the rule book that came. We have these are the replacement butler cards. The things that caused us a little bit of trouble in manufacturing, but they are printed. They are on see-through plastic, exactly how they're meant to be. Every player will get one of those each. This deck here is one of my personal favourites in the entire game. It is full of Easter eggs and snippets back to Professor Elemental. So all of them on there. You're going to have so much fun reading these. When you're a fan of Professor Elemental like I am, this is just a joy to try and remember where they all came from and all the past albums and great lore of the Professor Elemental world. Down here are the malfunction cogs. These are very clever. It's a way of adding a bit of random into the game. What happens is, let's say a timeline card says you need to spin the malfunction cog 3 times. Okay, so instead of just spinning it 3 times, you take a cog card that says spin the cog 6 times clockwise, and you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I landed on green, so I succeed. Now, if it did say 3 times, you'd then draw another one and another one. And that's how spinning the malfunction cog works. You physically have to spin it after drawing a malfunction cog card. A little note for people that are colorblind like me. I go by light and dark. So if it lands on the light segment, then you succeed. If it lands on the dark segment, then you fail. They are also green and red, respectively, but whatever is easiest for you, dark and light works for me. You have the upgraded malfunction cog, which you might be lucky enough to get in the game, and that gives you a lot more successes. So, the next rule I wanted to go through is, let's say we are fighting someone, the VR Vikings. If we were fighting the VR Vikings, the first thing you're going to have to do is take your replacement butler cards and throw them out into the fray. So let's say you wanted to put one there and one there. Now the VR Vikings have 3 health plus 1 and 3 attack plus 1. So he's a 4/4 enemy now. He's been buffed up, he's even harder, and that is how I've been able to scale the game for 6 people, because then you keep adding these on. And you might want to put them all onto attack, so he's got 6 attack, but he's only got 3 health. So there's different ways and different techniques to do it. You might risk it all on the attack, but then he hits you and you lose half your health straight away. You might want to whack it all into health so he doesn't hurt you as much, but it's going to take a long time to get through. Different techniques for different people. It's all good. The next rule I wanted to go over is, recharging. So let's say you're in a fight again. Let's say, who have we got? Bertram Elemental. If you're fighting Professor Elemental's dad, let's say that Professor Argumental wants to recharge, you can't both recharge. Someone always has to attack the enemy. Otherwise, you could absolutely just recharge all the way back up and then go for it from there. But what I've made it so this person, let's say you're recharging and you're not, you're just going to keep getting pummeled. Let's say there were 6 of you playing, you've got 6 of these butlers out and he's got 9 attack. and you're all recharging, and poor Professor Elemental is just getting pummeled every time for 9 attack. So that's no good. That's one way to do it. But remember, if any one of you loses all of your health, then the game is over and you lose. If ever you're in a fight and you can't attack, let's say your battery runs out, or he's immune to the last one and you can't use it, then you also all lose. Someone always has to attack the enemy. That is a clarification I'm happy to make. I think that's it. Oh, one other thing, something that I found out, which is very nicely done. The way I designed it is the HP and the battery cogs are all the same. They're labelled on the back, but every player has the same identical cogs. The malfunction cogs are for that player. They're colour coordinated and they fit. And the way we put the game away is to take the whole board like that and put it in, and it will drop down and it all stays together. So that's the best way to store them. You can put all 6 on top, and then when you're ready to play, you just pull it all out one by one, and you've got the players there ready to go. So I hope that little tip helps as well. So now I think that's it. What I'm going to do is record a whole run through of the game and a detailed how to play, but I thought because I had I think 3 or 4 people all asking the same questions this morning, I wanted to just get this out really quickly just to go over a few clarifications on the game. One last note, if you are waiting for a tracking number or if you haven't got your game yet, it is on the way. Spyro Galaxy will be sending it very shortly, and essentially you'll get your tracking number imminently. There were about 5 people on my windowsill which haven't yet been shipped. They are coming today because they weren't on the Spyro list and they weren't already shipped. So I'm happy to do that as well. Yeah, I think we're now coming to the end of this campaign where everyone's going to get it and everyone's got it. So I'm really happy. Thank you all again, and I hope to see you soon. I will release the new video direct to my social medias first. If you follow Good Game Banbury, you'll see that there, and then I'll upload it to the apequest.com website so everyone has the rules and the playthrough and how to play there, just like I did with Bounty Hunters. So I hope that's all good. I hope that will make sense. Let me know if it doesn't. If you have any more questions, put them down below. I am extremely busy, but I do see them all. It just sometimes takes me a bit to reply because I'm generally working on the solution for you. If I've seen it, I'll work on the solution. I'll come back to you once I've figured it out. So thank you, and I'll see you soon.